So as promised, here is the full review of the Vantrue E1 Pro, which I recently made a quick review video upon showing you all of its highlighting features. I mean, if you're someone who has missed that video, just take a look at it. You'll find the link to that video in the description. So in this video, I'll be taking a look at the unboxing, at the on-screen settings, at the video quality and the number plate readability of this front-only 4K Starvis-2 dashcam. Let's take a look. So here's the Vantrue E1 Pro Element series dashcam. So this will be probably the first Element series which I'll be reviewing on my channel. And the specialty of this camera is its super compact size. I mean, probably the nearest I've seen for a compact dashcam is the Vivo A119 Mini 2, but I think this even beats that. So this gets a 4K front resolution, native true 4K resolution, gets HDR and gets Starvis-2 IMX678 and also supports LTE connection. So LTE connection is, or should I say, will be available in India very soon. So if you are planning on buying this dashcam, you will get to use the LTE features as well. So as soon as you do open up the box, you get this familiar Vantrue card giving you QR codes to download the Vantrue app from Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Following this, you have this Vantrue Share and Win award, so you can share your best video and you stand a chance to win some goodies from Vantrue. Following that, here's the user guide for the E1 Pro Element 1 Pro. So all the technical details, the installation, the app setup, the LTE module, rest of the details gets covered within this user guide. And finally, here is the super compact native 4K dashcam from Vantrue. And as the name suggests, just take a look at this. I mean, have you seen a smaller or a more compact 4K dashcam in the world? Probably not. So welcome to the world of compact dashcams. The E1 Pro is officially available in India, and at the back you get what I think is about 1.5 to a 2-inch display, a super compact size display, just enough to monitor the settings of the dashcam. You get this power button which also doubles up as your emergency recording. You get a memory card slot, and this supports memory cards up to 1 TB. You have this lens module right at the front. At the top you get the windshield mount with the alignment pins. You also get some ventilation holes. On the other side is a Type-C slot for the LTE connection and even the data transfer connection. Here is the reset slot. At the bottom you get some control buttons which indicate Wi-Fi, mic, and I think a display on and off button. You also get a slot for the mic. So along with the camera, you get a super nice and a super large, what I think is a CPL filter also. So here's the CPL filter right in the box for the E1 Pro. So this is a good thing because at this price, probably no other brand offers you an in-box CPL filter. First of all, you get this extra 3M sticker for the windshield mount. You also get some wiring clips. Here is the wiring installation tool. And here is a super compact windshield mount for the E1 Pro. So all you need to do is just align the pins right here and just slide around it so that the dash cam firmly fits into the windshield mount. So the windshield mount is like movable, tiltable, so as you can see right now. So you can tilt the camera up and down based on your requirement. But do consider that in case if you're trying to use this camera in a car with a near vertical windshield, as you can see right now, it does adapt to vertical windshields. I mean, there is proper space between the lens module and the supposed windshield, but of course the camera angle might be just slightly tilted towards the downside. So that's something you need to consider if you have a car with a vertical windshield, but other than that, shouldn't be any problem. And in the windshield mount, you get this Type-C port for the power. Nothing else. This also probably doubles up as your GPS receiver, and you get this 3M sticker right on top. So here's the main power cable. What we have seen, standard power cable from Vantrue, gets a USB-A port, gets a LED indicator, gets the Vantrue branding. This is pre-attached 12-volt socket, and at the other end you get a L-shaped Type-C connector which also gets a safety cap. Quite thoughtful of Vantrue to provide that. And here is the USB-A to USB-C data transfer cable, so you can just plug in this dashcam straight up into your laptop or your PC and transfer videos directly from the dashcam without having to remove the memory card. Along with this, you also get a cleaning cloth inside the box. You get one pair of electrostatic stickers. And you also get a protected by Vantrue Dashcam sticker which can stick onto the rear windshield or the front windshield wherever you find it convenient. So personally speaking, the design of this dash camera is very good. So if you're planning to buy a dash cam and you want to conceal it so that it doesn't interfere with your vision and just basically gets blocked out by the internal rear view mirror, the E1 Pro is probably the perfect choice. And the good thing being, this provides you a native 4K resolution backed with a Starvis-2 IMX678 is something to consider because there is no other dashcam within that budget range which gives you true 4K resolution backed with IMX678. So let's move on and take a look at the on-screen settings of this dashcam along with the video quality and its number plate readability. So here's the Vantrue E1 Pro currently mounted on my windshield, and as you can see, this is a 1.54 inch size dashcam offering you a mini display, which is kind of super cool if you're someone who prefers super compact dashcams. So on the main screen you can see that the dashcam shows you the kind of field of view it has and the recording which is going on. It's also showing you the speed coordinate right here at the bottom, the time duration, the date and the particular time, along with the resolution and the frame rate provided right on top. So let's just stop the recording and then head into the settings of the dashcam. So within the settings you have the record setup, system setup and files section. So if we do head into the record setup, first of all you have the resolution option, and heading into that you get 4K at 30 fps and you get 1440p quad HD at 30 fps. You get a full HD at 30 fps along with 720p HD resolution at 30 fps. So all options are in 30 fps, but you can vary the resolution based on your requirement. Following that you have the image quality, you have the standard or the plate pix option right here. So within plate pix, if you do select this, it says the Vantrue plate pix image algorithm enhances the front camera's imaging capabilities of car license plates but might reduce the picture's brightness in most environments. So if you're someone who prefers getting a good read of the car's number plates, you can select plate pix, or if you're okay with a normal standard footage, just select the standard image quality. Following that you have the loop recording option, which you can vary between 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you can turn it off completely. Then you have the HDR option, you can turn it off or on. Then you have the HDR timer option, so you can set the timer for when the HDR can turn on or turn off. Then you have the plate pix timer as well, so you can basically set this to be turned on only during night time if that's what you want. Then you have the G sensor option, wherein you can select the movement of the G sensor, front and rear, left and right and up and down. Then you have the privacy mode, you can select it to be off or on. Then you have the audio recording, basically mic, you can set it to be off or on. Then you have the audio noise reduction, you can set it to off or on. Then you have the exposure value, currently set at 0. Then you have the recording light status, you can set the light to be turned off or on. Then you have the rotate display option in case if you want to rotate the display. Then you have the number plate, you can enter the custom number plate. Then you have the stamp, so you have the date and time stamp, brand and model, license plate number stamp and speed stamp, along with the GPS location stamp, so you can enable or disable each of these stamps on the video. Then you have the time-lapse recording, you can set it to off or 1 fps, 5 fps and 10 fps, along with a 15 fps option as well. Then you have the parking mode option. It says when parking in hot summer sunlight, please use the collision detection trigger parking mode. So in the parking mode, basically you can turn off the parking mode, or you can select the collision detection, wherein you can set the sensitivity. Then you have motion detection, you can set the sensitivity to low, medium or high. Then you have the low bitrate mode, wherein you can select 1080p 15 fps or 720p 50 fps. Then you have the low frame rate mode. Again, you can select the frame rate to 1, 5, 10 and 15 fps for the low frame rate mode. Then you have parking monitoring settings, low light vision in parking mode and collision detection in parking mode. If you do select that, you have power saving mode and quick start mode. Even in the low light you have on or off within this option. Then you have LTE settings, so if you do get the LTE module, herein you can find all the related LTE settings. Then you have the mileage statistics, you can set it to off or on. Then you have the GPS settings, where you can access the GPS and turn it off or on. You can even select the speed units to kilometers or miles per hour. Then you have the GPS information, showing you the signal strength of the GPS satellites. So these were the record setup. Heading into the system setup, you've got the language, you get Wi-Fi, you get remote controller, which is an optional purchase. Then you have the display settings, full screen mode or panorama mode. Then you have the USB mode, LTE data transmission or a standard disk mode. Then you have the voice control option. You can select the sensitivity of the voice control to be low, standard or high, and you can turn it off as well. Then you have the voice content, so basically providing with all the voice commands that can be used along with this camera. Then you have the format SD card option. Then you have the format reminder setup. You can set the time and date. You can set the LCD to turn off after a preset duration of time, starting from a minimum of 30 seconds up to 3 minutes, or you can set it off completely, which basically means the screen will always stay on. Then you have the device sound. You can set the volume. Along with that, you also have the warning tone. Then you have the frequency. Then you have the system info giving you the model number, the software version, and then you have the certification info for this device, along with the default factory settings option. If you head into the file section, you get to access the recorded files in separate folders of normal video, event video, parking video, and even photos, along with all the files together in the same place. So you can view and play around any video file, like as you're seeing right now, here is a video file which I had just recorded. So you can play the video file on the screen just in case if you want to check or monitor certain video which you might have recorded. So that's it. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use, a quick use settings menu for the Vantrue E1 Pro. Moving on to take a look at the video quality from the front camera. This shoots native 4K 30 FPS at a bit rate of about 32,000 kbps and a file size of about 230 MB per minute. Now just take a look at the green of the grass and the blue of the sky. Looks so punchy and so natural. I mean, the saturation part, I really love that. The brightness, the shadows, the highlights and the contrast levels also do look very natural, indicating that the image processing algorithm on the Vantrue E1 Pro is working flawlessly well. Finest footage quality. I mean, basically any native 4K resolution combined with Starvis-2 678 does give out a similar performance, but the E1 Pro is doing surprisingly good considering its compact form factor and considering the fact that this is a under 14,000 budget range camera. So definitely one camera to consider within this price range. The video quality is quite impressive and I'm totally happy and I'm totally satisfied with this camera quality from the E1 Pro. Moving on to take a look at the nighttime sample HDR, just punching through this image. You see those dynamic range of colors, the hues of yellow, red, green and blue on the screen, and of course Starvis-2 doing its job pretty well. No blob of headlight right in the middle of the screen. You see those proper exposure lights for the headlights of the cars that are coming right in front of the vehicle. It was kind of drizzling conditions, so I had forgotten maybe to clean the windshield with the wiper, so you do tend to see some water droplets on the windshield, but nevertheless just look at the exposure of those red and green lights at the left. They are like individually visible, indicating the Starvis-2 effect, showing you a proper exposure for high illumination areas. So rest of the stuff looks pretty good. I mean, I'm completely happy with this performance. What you would properly expect with a Starvis-2 camera, 4K resolution camera, the E1 Pro doing its job properly well. The HDR also doing its effect, bringing out those punchy colors, bringing out that high dynamic range, giving you a very balanced, a very natural looking and a very good looking nighttime video footage. Taking a look at the number plate read. So under the glare of headlights, no doubt this will give you an excellent read of the number plate as you're seeing on the screen. Flawless number plate read at a distance of about 15 to 20 feet away. And during daytime, similar effect you can see at a distance of 20 to 25 feet. Crystal clear read of the number plate. Mildly lesser in terms of sharpness, but overall a very good number plate read. So to conclude this full review, I can surely say that the E1 Pro offers tremendous value for money. So if you're someone who has a budget of about 13 to 14,000 rupees, wants a 4K Starvis-2, true 4K Starvis-2 resolution, wants a super small size or a compact size camera which can be easily concealed behind the car, and the best possible parking monitoring features within that price range, and additionally if you want a LTE 4G connection which might become available in India in a matter of a month or two, Vantrue has promised to bring the LTE module, and you are okay with only a front channel camera without the rear within the 14K budget range, the E1 Pro should definitely be your choice. But if you're someone who wants a dual channel setup or if you're someone who wants a larger screen, who wants to take a look at what's happening behind the car or in front of the car on the screen, the E1 Pro might not really suit you. So you can decide on these aspects if the E1 Pro is suitable for your requirements. But I do consider that if you do purchase two of these cameras at 13,700 rupees, that's coming together about 27,000 rupees for two cameras. You get a dual 4K dual Starvis-2 setup less than 30k. I don't think there is any other brand that offers dual 4K dual Starvis-2 around the price bracket of 26 to 27k. So considering that this is kind of a workaround and kind of a budget deal if you do purchase two of these cameras, and of course doesn't matter if you want two of these cameras or if you want only one, you can go ahead and grab this camera straight up from the Vantrue website, which is a 100% genuine and trustworthy website. I can vouch for that. And you can apply the coupon code GizmoBeep and get additional discount of 1,250 rupees, bringing down the price of this camera from 15,000 to 13,750 rupees. Great value for money, superb value for money. You should go ahead and grab this camera right now. This camera would be the perfect choice. If you do have any doubts or queries regarding this camera, just write that out in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And if this video has helped you out in any way, go ahead, hit that subscribe button of my channel right now, smash that like button and share this video with all your friends who are looking for some super cool dash cams within the 14,000 budget range. See you in the next one.